This is the Mohsin Mortgage Program with Sarah Mohsin. Mohsin Mortgage is licensed in several states for residential and commercial purchases and refinancing. Call 800-662-9550. And now, here's your host, Sarah Mohsin.
Good morning, Boston. It's great to be back here. And in fact, I'm going to say just good morning, America. We are literally online and are reaching every place on this planet. I'm excited about that. Thanks so much, WROL listeners and WEZE Radio here at Salem. Great interest rates, great opportunities. I've had Jay Balaban from Surreal Realtors, in fact, talking about teamwork, talking about financing options, talking about ways to better find a solution that can help you save money and put less money down. I'm very excited, folks, to have Ramona here. She's actually on the phone where she's unable to make it, but she's been kind enough to be to do a phone interview. Just the basics of how she got financed on her purchase with Mohsin. And Ramona, welcome. How are you this morning?
Great, Sarah. Great. I'm doing wonderful. It's great to be here with you.
Well, I appreciate you giving us some time, Ramona. I know how busy you are. I mean, you're working away. You have the daycare going.
Yes.
It sounds awfully quiet in the background.
Well, I'm in a separate corner right now. Otherwise, you would hear them screaming.
All is calm for a few seconds. But I wanted to just bring you in, and I appreciate you at least being able to share your experience on when you purchased a home with Mohsin Mortgage and the process itself and how you felt about it.
Well, first of all, me and my husband, we got approved with another company, and then we were approved with a 5.5 interest rate, and then they only gave us $120,000 we were approved for.
Right.
And we had to put 20% down.
Wow.
So I was very disappointed with that. And I was listening to you on the radio. Mm-hmm. And I said to my husband, why don't we go with Sarah? I mean, she sounded very honest and all. And she said, interest rates are so low. And then he said, okay. And then we called the company, and then we spoke with Christina. And she said, okay. And then our score was like around 640 at the time.
Right.
And then she said, well, we could work with that. And then she said, no problem. And we gave her our information. In less than half an hour, she emailed us. We got approved for $160,000 with only 3% down, and we got an interest rate of 4.7. I mean, we were just jumping to the roof.
Well, it means a lot, Ramona, to us, because what is more than anything that we can do is the testimonials, what people have gone through with our company. You said you started with a company that was offering you a 5.5% rate with a less amount approved of $120,000. Your scores, you had said, were around 640. And so, I mean, when you looked at that, you probably were amazed and shocked about how the difference was in the rate and the amount that was approved.
Yeah, I was really shocked. I didn't think it was even possible. I mean, if you guys were real, but you guys are legit, and you guys are so nice, so gentle. I mean, the whole process, every day I was calling Christina, so she was right there with me to help me out in the house, giving me ideas and stuff like that on what type of house to get. And then I listened, and we found a great home here in Avon in Massachusetts. So I'm in the process right now of cleaning out the home. We're in the process of moving in. I was so happy and pleased with your service.
Well, that's the most important thing. It warms my heart, and you can't imagine, what it means to us to know that we could do this for you and that you're happy and that you didn't have to put 20% down, because literally, Ramona, myself, looking at putting 20% down on a purchase of a home, it's a lot of money.
Yeah, yes, it is. And,
I mean, when you look at people trying to work hard just the way you are, working away and putting your money away, and sometimes you're looking at maybe the credit score is not that high, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't have a right to have a home and have a really nice low fixed rate with a low payment, because you want to be able to manage the payment.
Yeah, because we asked them why our interest rate was so high. They said, well, because our scores were so low, we need to have like a 700 and higher in order to be qualified for the fours. But I'm saying, but Sarah said she could work with that. I mean, let's call Sarah, and here we go. We did got approved.
Well,
So we were very pleased with that.
now you've moved in, and how are you enjoying the home so far?
Oh my God! My husband and I, we were painting last night. The colors are so beautiful. We're enjoying the home. I mean, we're so happy. We're just overwhelming, with the service and what we got. I mean, this is true. You guys are real with what you said that you do, and you guys do. Okay.
Did you now? And I say this, and this is why I feel so blessed to have folks that are willing to come on the air and just state the facts about what happened through the process. You weren't dealing with 20 people; you were dealing with one person, right?
Yes, just Christina. Christina. She would call me, and then I would call her back. Every time I had a problem, I had a concern. I would call her and she would be right there for me. I had her cell phone number. I would even call her on the weekends. She would be there for me. I mean, she became part of the family. I feel like I knew her personally.
Right.
I felt very comfortable with that, and I really like that.
Well, she really, loved working with you on it. And I think the big part of it is a big thing, when you're looking to purchase your home and it's personal and it's your biggest investment, Ramona, and that's why we take it very seriously. And I mean, I can't even say how much it fills me with joy to hear how happy you are, and how
very happy.
So, what are the plans now? You've painted it, and are you going to be doing any additions to the home in the near future, or?
We're planning on doing that because we got such a big house, over 2,000 square footage, So, we're planning to do some additions later on in the future. That's the plan.
And here's the thing with the scores, and we really don't want to penalize somebody just because their credit score is 640. They should have a higher interest rate than someone who has 700 scores. So I think that probably came as a shock that here you have this company that you went to originally that said, oh, you're going to be charged 5.5%. But then you came to us and we had said, that's fine that your scores aren't the highest, but we'll still get you a good rate, which is a 4.75.
Yeah, exactly. And then that's exactly what we got. And then I don't know why you guys did it. I mean, I don't know why we got it that way, and then why we didn't get it the lower. I'm sorry, Sarah.
That's fine. Take your time. We have plenty of time.
Okay. Yes, I don't know why we couldn't get the lower interest rate with the other company, and we got it with you guys. Mm-hmm. So I guess it's because you guys work with wholesale lenders. Is that right?
Yes. You are absolutely right. We are with wholesale lending, and like with the wholesale lending side is very different than, let's say, Ramona, you walked into the local bank. They have rates that are fixed at a certain around 5.5 or 5.25. And because we work with 30 wholesale lenders, we can give you a rate that's at least a percentage point lower, even if your credit scores aren't necessarily perfect. Because Ramona, in life, who's perfect? Not me, as far as I know.
Nobody. I'm not. Only Jesus.
Only Jesus. And I have to say, that's the way the world works. We have to remember, we have all made decisions and choices, and sometimes it may not have been the best decisions. Sometimes they've actually been great decisions, but no one should be penalized for that over and over again. And I have to say that we loved working with you. We love working with all of our listeners. And I wanted people to know this because, Ramona, what's really important is I don't want people to be afraid, like they get scared about what they can get financed for or what people are telling them, which is what happened to you. Here you had a company telling you something that was not true about...
Right. Yeah, they said that, you need like a 700 and higher in order to be qualified for the fours. And I hear you said 640, you can work with that, and you did work with us, and we got a lower interest rate in the house. Mm-hmm. And our mortgage is just is like $1,300, which is very affordable for us. you know.
So you felt that we worked with you to make sure that you weren't stressed out with the payment and that you didn't have any worries. And you were able to communicate with us. I mean, not just getting, you had Christina through the whole process. It wasn't as if you didn't have a human being, because a lot of these companies, they don't have a person that you can talk to.
Yes, everything was just done through fax.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so you didn't have anybody there to talk to whenever you had issues or you had a concern. But Christina was always there for me. You know, as I said before, I would even call her on the weekends when I had a concern. And then she would, if I would leave a message and she would call me right back. And I was surprised about that, you know. She became part of the family.
What are your plans for Christmas? Are you all ready? Christmas shopping done?
All done. Oh, my God.
My.
Yeah, finally. Everything's checked.
Well, excellent.
Yes, I am done with Christmas shopping, and I'm glad with that.
And your New Year's and all of that, I think Christmas passed, but New Year's and all of that.
Yes, everything is done. So we're just enjoying the holidays, enjoying our new house.
Excellent.
You know.
And, you know, Ramona, I have to say, I can't thank you enough. You were forthcoming. You wanted to be on the air. You said, great, I'd love to share the story. And I just want people to know the facts, Ramona, because I don't want people to be afraid of being in a position where they may get a higher interest rate because they feel that they don't deserve a lower interest rate because their credit score isn't great. Because at the end of the day, it's your money. And we want to make sure that we can save you as much money as possible. And I wanted to thank you again, Ramona, and God bless, and have a great, great week, okay?
Oh, you too, Sarah. I mean, to all the listeners listening, please call the Mohsin Mortgage Company if you're trying to buy a home. They are real.
Thank you. Thanks so much, Ramona. God bless. Stay well, America.
This has been the Mohsin Mortgage Program with Sarah Mohsin. Mohsin Mortgage is licensed in several states for residential and commercial purchases and refinancing. Call 800-662-9550.